Bristol Community College, Mathematics with Dan Avedikian, Math 011, Arithmetic, Section 3.4, Problem 22. This is Section 3.4, Problem 22. It says, find the circumference of a circle with a radius of 10 meters. If you just did the last problem, you might think, didn't I just do this one? The last one said a diameter of 3 meters. This one says a radius of 10 meters. So what's the difference between that? So if you say diameter, that is the distance all the way through the center of the circle. This was problem number 21. So this one says radius. The radius is half of that. It's the distance from the center of the circle to the edge. So even though it sounds like I've asked the same question twice, it's really two different questions. And I did this on purpose just to really point out the difference between diameter and radius. Because if you read it fast, you will think it's the same question. So now the circumference, or distance all the way around the circle, is equal to the diameter times pi. So if it's 10 meters to go from the center of the circle to the edge, it's double that distance to go all the way across the center. So the diameter is 20 meters. If the radius is 10 meters, the diameter would be 20 meters times pi. Now, some people will leave the answer like this. They say the circumference is 20 pi. And this way, pi, most people use an approximation of 3.14, but really the decimals never stop with pi. They go on and on and on. So you can use as many places after the decimal as the level of accuracy you need. If you need it to be super accurate, you could put 7, 8 or more places after the decimal. But for most people, 3.14 is good. So for us, we'll do 20 times 3.14. Now the previous problem with the 10, I was able to do it without really writing out much computation. The 20 is not quite as easy. So let me come up here and I'll do 3.14 multiplied times 20. So the 0 here is easy. 0 times 4 is 0, 0 times 1 is 0, 0 times 3 is 0. So now for the 2, start with a 0 to hold your position when you go down a row. Then 2 times 4 is 8, 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 3 is 6. Then I can add my results. 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 8 is 8, 0 plus 2 is 2, nothing plus 6 is 6. Now, go back to the question and see how many positions you have after the decimal in your question. I have 2. So my answer has to have 2 places after the decimal. So to have 2 places after the decimal, instead of 6,280, it's 62.80. Now, the 0 on the end doesn't need to be written. You certainly can write it, but most people will just write 62.8. Now, because this is a problem that involves units of measure, I can't just really stop at 62.8. To do a good job, I have to put my units of measure into my answer. So it's 62.8 meters. And again, what does that answer mean? It means that if I have a circle where it takes 10 meters to go from the center of the circle to the edge, to go all the way around this circle would take 62.8 meters.